Joining me here is Dave Armstrong, no stranger to doing things in the Isle of Man. Normally it's always with cameras, but Sustainable Future, you're doing an event, which is going to be filmed by the way, which of course keeps that in there.
Yeah.
But you're turning your attention to the Isle of Man and Sustainable Future and having an event. Okay, over to you.
Well, some may say I'm a bit late to the party on the environment, but I'm not really. I've always been aware of environmental issues, but of late a lot more aware, I guess. So being late to the party, but I think I'm going to I've decided to turn some of my skills and my time over to this project, which I started about maybe a year ago with my partner Isabella.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a film project. We've been interviewing a huge variety of guests and interviewees from MHK's candidates, but trying to keep it non-political, to Graham from Manx Wildlife Trust, to environmentalists, activists, anybody that's concerned about the environment on the Isle of Man.
Is there a positive message coming out there? I mean, are we doing enough? Are we ahead of the curve, behind it? What?
There's always positive messages and there's always things we can do, but we're not doing enough. And that's all of us, including me. I live in an old Victorian house and, I'm fully aware of my contribution to the carbon footprint, and it's not good. So I think we can all do our bit.
So this event, you're organising it. You've got some guests, and it's a debate, is it?
Yeah.
Or how do you describe it?
I mean, as with the film project, the idea really is to keep the conversation about the environment alive. Make sure people are aware of it, because it's very easy to forget. We've got busy lives, and this event itself we have a panel, and we're hoping to get a good selection from the community to throw in some questions to the panel. And hopefully we'll be able to capture on camera and just, I'd like to say, keep that conversation alive.
So Sustainable Future means going green, I guess. Is that just too simplistic, though? I mean, thinking carefully about your carbon footprint.
Yeah, well, being sort of late age to the party, the more interviews we do, the more we realise that we don't know. And the more areas of our life here that we need to tackle. I mean, a recent statistic that I was kindly pointed out by one of our panellists, Dr. Dave Quirk, he was coming over from Denmark.
Oh, I've interviewed him. He's very interesting.
So Dave's coming over from Denmark. He's a Manxie.
Yes.
He's coming over from Denmark to be part of the panel and part of this event, as well as other events this next week.
Yeah.
But the statistic was that the average person in India is responsible for 2 tons of carbon dioxide. The average person in China is responsible for 8, and then you work out what the Isle of Man resident is responsible for, and that's 16 tons.
Really?
So
that's interesting.
As individuals.
But of course, a lot of people think, "Oh, little Isle of Man, what can it do?" You're up against that all the time. We can't change the world.
Yes, the Isle of Man is relatively small, but I think it's incumbent upon us all to do our bit. And, it's what else would we do? So, let the rest of the world deal with it. We'll just follow on and bear no responsibility. I think doing this project has made me realise that we're all responsible, really. We've all got our part to play, and we can lead by example. There's no reason why we can't do things that could be an example to other small islands, or find practices that work elsewhere. And I think we need to do that. We should do it.
Okay, you got a film project on this as well, so that's
yes.
You're going to make a film eventually, or you're working on it? Or?
We'll send you some links to a few interviews we've done. We're releasing interviews regularly at the moment, nearly daily. Interview clips with.
You're a filmmaker, aren't you going to make a film?
Yes. So eventually the idea will be to make a more edited version, but there'll probably be several versions. We've got so much material. And as I say, part of the process is keeping the conversation on the environment alive.
Okay. When and where are we talking about this event, and people get tickets? How?
Next Wednesday at the Fun Barn, at the Fun Farm up in Onken. In the marquee, there's some refreshments on offer, which you'd be glad to hear about if you're available, Paul.
Look at me. And about getting tickets? How do you do
that? Eventbrite. Eventbrite.
Okay, we'll put the information on there.
Yeah.
So. Will this be a regular thing? Is this your plan?
Yeah. Well, Paul, sadly, the environmental issues, as you know, aren't going to go away. And we've been having these conversations on the Isle of Man for a long time. And we've been having promises made that haven't been kept. We've had proposals that haven't been met. And so we've got to keep the pressure up And it's not just climate change is sometimes a contentious issue. This is about clean air. This is about clean seas. This is about creating a better environment for everyone, and especially the next generation. Because for us, it doesn't. We're at the wrong end of the scale. It's not going to really affect us as much.
We're the same age.
We're the same age. But you know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay.
It's for the next generation.